Good evening YouTube and welcome to Rover Mechanic Simulator. First time on the channel, pretty much the first time I've played this. I picked it up a few weeks ago. There's been a few updates. It's an early access game. It's car mechanic simulator in space as far as I can tell. Like I said, I have not played enough. It seems to be a bit more in depth, so that is what we're going to be taking a look at today. Good evening, Mr. Costa, Pedro Costa, good evening. First, put a like. Well, I'm hopefully going to try and earn it. I'll try and earn your like, so let's go ahead and jump into the game. Now, I've got a couple of things going from here, so if I press this, I hope this works. That should jump straight into the game. And from now, we should, well, let's see exactly what we can do. So, I'm at the select profile. I think it is 8 o'clock. Well, actually, it's 1 minute to 8. So let's wait for 8 o'clock before we continue. But I am going to sort out a new profile, and let's go ahead and, of course, what else would I put? Right. Hopefully everything's going okay in Portugal. Of course, before I begin, I know a lot of people are. We've got a lot of things going on around the whole world, pandemic. Hopefully everybody's staying safe. Nobody's getting a bit too cooped up inside their home and going completely and utterly crazy. Finding things to do, perhaps exploring new hobbies. I saw some pictures today of people doing like advertisement posters of visit your bathroom, surf on your sofa. You know, there's loads of things like that. Take a visit to your kitchen. So, you know, I think perhaps try to make the most of it. Try to enjoy what you can. Find some new hobbies. Do things that maybe you've been wanting to do but haven't been able to due to other things. Try to make the best of a bad situation. Right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. Another game. There are loads of games in early access. Hydroneer. I'll have to bear that in mind. But there are so many in early access at the moment. That's what I've been looking at. But let's jump on that and let's see what we have. So let's take a look at the options. Let's bring the sounds up a bit. Bring the interface sounds up a little bit as well. Leave the music down. There doesn't seem to be any music. Let's see. Video options. Quality preset. I think I should be able to. Changes will be applied after restart. I should be able to do this. So I'm going to restart the game very quickly. And anything else we can take a look at. Standard WASD. Tablet is F. I'd rather tablet be tab, because that makes sense to me. Tablet, tab. 1, 2, 3, that makes sense, and shift is pretty good. General language is English. Silly, what I'll do, I'll just very, very quickly restart the game. Should only take a moment, so let's just jump to that screen. I know it's not really technical difficulties. In fact, I will actually go to that one, because I am actually selecting a new game, not technical difficulties. Wait for that to save itself and then jump back in, and then we'll see exactly what we can do. This might end up being nope, no technical difficulties there. For some reason it just went for a moment. It's a bit strange. That's all. Right, that's really big writing. Right there, that's very, very big writing. Rover Mechanic Simulator is not finished yet. It's in active development. And okay. Tip: sudo doesn't work on Mars. Oh, rubbish. I wonder if LS works on Mars. What language is this that we're looking at? Sub C? Visual Basic? That's recognizable. Some sort of pseudocode. How can you have early access? Well, you just have to purchase the game. That's all you've got to do. You just have to purchase the game as it goes through its early access. It is available on Steam. I cannot, at this moment in time, I cannot recommend it or not recommend it. By the end of this stream, I should be able to give you some some sort of recommendation for it. So that's the idea. This stream is all about trying to get a hold on this game and learn. So let's start. Let's see what we have. Alright, tutorial missions. Fantastic. Since you're quite a fresh engineer, I'm not a fresh engineer, but fine. I'm a fresh engineer on Mars. You have to complete special introduction missions to learn the ropes. Follow steps like this and you will learn more about working as a rover mechanic. Oh, just as a rover mechanic. Some of the steps, including this one, may contain multiple messages. Press D to continue. If you don't know what to do next, just look for such markers. I see one. They will show you your current objectives and help you keep track of tasks. You can always press 4 to toggle the objectives panel in the top right corner of the screen. Use it to check on the details of your current task. When the mouse cursor changes depending on whether or not you're looking at an interactable object. The crossed out circle means you can't interact with the object. Maybe you haven't unlocked that object yet, or maybe you don't meet the requirements to start interaction. A slightly transparent dot means that there is no object to interact within your reach. A fully visible dot means that you can interact with the objects you are looking at. The aforementioned side panels help you keep track of your current task's objectives, key bindings, and parts collecting log. To show or hide side panels, press 4, 5, or 6. Okay, so WASD moves forward. Ooh, I think I want to invert my mouse. There we go. It's the only thing that I would invert. Okay, so where are we? Well, I'm assuming we're on Mars. Having a look at that. Is there a way to... Just looking. Is there a way to hide the... No, there isn't really much of a... There isn't a way to hide the interface, which is a shame. Okay, so this is Mars. Planet Fix Industries. Ooh. There's a rover landing out there, or drone flying around. Rather large vehicles. Cool. Pyramid Games. I'm assuming they're the ones who made it. In fact, I'm not assuming. I know they made it. Okay, we're through the airlock. Oh, there is some music in the background. Might just shut that up. Okay, what's this? Tablet. Right, we should probably pick up a tablet. Probably pick up a tools case. And a cordless drill. Which apparently those things just went straight into my mouth. Your workplace, great. Now you have the tools, you're almost ready to start your work. Now walk around the hangar and we will explain to you what each specific device does. When you're finished, you will accept your first order. At this moment, almost all of the devices are unavailable, but we want you to know about them. Okay. So let's potter around and see what we can find. Well, that's a radio. That's quite obvious. It's just a digital radio. As much as you have absolutely no use for it while repairing rovers, it's still a pretty neat device that can easily brighten your mood. By the way, forgive any typos or anything like that. As I said, this is a early access, so there will be some sort of issues with things like that, but I'm sure they'll fix it in time. Click the left mouse button to enter the radio menu, select a station that you wish to listen to, and let your hair down a bit. Tip: the previous mechanic that worked in this hangar dropped the radio and broke it. It seems fine, but she says it's not. Maybe you can glimpse into it and see what the problem is. Okay, maybe we should have a look at the radio. Can I switch the radio off? No. Put some pop music on. What, Taylor Swift? Right, the PCB table, just over there. Use the PCB table to find out which components of printed circuit boards are damaged so you can replace them. Remember that you don't always have to 3D print specific PCB components. If you want to avoid too much work, you can also print an entire PCB, but this is of course a more expensive solution. PCBs generally, you don't want to 3D print an entire PCB. Components are much cheaper to do overall. The Rover ECU Configurator. With the help of this device, you can configure ECUs of the Rovers you repair. That's an electronic control unit, I believe. Every time you finish a job, you have to plug the wireless configurator into the Rover and use the Rover ECU Configurator to reset the system. Alright, that's not available. In fact, none of this is available. My laptop's dying here. What's a U? The MCU, the main control unit, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The MCU also stands for something else. The Master Control Unit. That's what we normally say. This device is the main control unit of your hangar. Use it to operate the gantry crane and play retro video games if you have any. The MCU's OS is a Martian distribution of Linux. Tip: sudo doesn't work on Mars. Of course. 3D printer. Use the 3D printer to print new components and rovers and parts that you need for rover maintenance. The higher the complexity of a part, the more time it takes to print it. That makes sense. Try to complete your orders by replacing the smallest components possible, since it's a more economical approach, or economical. Remember that printing requires resources, R. You can obtain more resources by completing quests. Right, okay, so I can't press R to do anything right now. The Crusher. With the help of the Crusher, you can recycle bad parts and recover some of the resources. The more a part is damaged, the fewer resources can be recovered from it. Also, if the name of the Crusher is Beverly and you get hurt, you will be able to heal. If the name of the Crusher is Wesley, you can tell him to shut up. The Workbench. Use the workbench to find out which components of sets are damaged so you can easily replace them. At this workbench you can also clean the dirty parts. Remember that you can't analyze and repair parts which are dirty. Keep in mind that you don't always have to 3D print specific set components. If you want to avoid too much work, you can also print an entire set, but this of course is a more expensive solution. I think that's everything. F for tablet. Actually, it's tab for tablet, I thought. Apparently it's F for tablet. I thought I set that to be tab. No, not caps lock. Here we go. That's better. Tab for tablet. Alright, we're in. Order Selector View. This is interesting. Welcome to the Order Selector View. Here you can find all orders our colony receives. The orders come from various companies, which means your rewards and objectives might differ depending on the company you choose to provide your service to. As usually in the world of engineering, some orders are complex, and there are ones that are even more complex. Smiley face. Very true. Minimum rank requirements sorts complexity levels of orders accordingly to your experience. Thanks to that, you never start an order you can't complete. Well, that's another good thing. Once you have selected a task, all the important information you need is displayed on the right side of the screen. Each order has a small note that informs you what the problem might be, but keep in mind that this is just a loose insight from the ordering company. In addition, there is also information how many resources you can get for completing an order you've selected. Our engineers always do preliminary analysis of the order, so sometimes they might leave a clue as to what needs to be replaced. Okay, so here's an order. Planet Fix is our client. Order Charlie 242. Vehicle model is the Sojourner, I suppose. Price is low and rank is whatever that rank is. I really do not know what that rank is supposed to be. Order info. Okay. This is going to be easy. Everything seems fine except one wheel. Would you be so nice and find out what causes the problem? Minimum part durability needs to be 50%. Minimum the rank required is Starman Basic. Resources 2000 resources R. And experience 300 experience points. Preliminary analysis says there is an issue with the wheel. We have standard or premium. I can only select standard at the moment. I'm not too sure why. I suppose it says premium service unavailable. Guess I just hold and take that. Okay, this is now the quest view. Let's see what we have here. This tab is the central point of the game. Here you can find all information about your task. The rewards box contains information about resources and experience which you can get for completing a task. The summary box contains information about how much money you have spent. Except for the tutorial missions, you can finish orders without repairing the rovers. The only rule is that they cannot be lacking any parts. However, we do not recommend this method as it might backfire and you'll have to bear the consequences. So basically, good practice, don't send something back without fixing it. Tabs. Let's talk about the tabs on the right. Right, I see them. In the missing parts tab, you can see all of the parts that you detach from the rover that is currently being repaired. Remember that you can't finish the task before you attach all the missing parts back. Tasks. Here you can find all the information regarding your current tasks. Where's that? I'm assuming that's objectives, they've changed it. Preliminary analysis. This is the same tab that you have already seen on the quest selector view. Got it. Okay, so we have printer, says soon. Info, that's me. Warehouse. Oh, okay, well, let's go. Okay. Welcome to the warehouse. It's your inventory. Click on the parts you want to see more information about. If you want to deselect, just click again. Each part has a name, production price, type, etc. If by any chance you detach an unanalyzed part, you can still analyze it in the warehouse by simply selecting the part and pressing F on your keyboard. Great. So F analyzing, so that must have been what tab originally did. Upgrades. Professions. Here you can improve your mechanic skills. We have prepared 3 paths for you. If you like DIY, and the most important thing for you is to remove rover parts as fast as possible, you should focus on the technician tree. If you don't like getting your hands dirty but are quite good at counting money, maybe the economist tree is for you? And the last tree, analyst. This tree is for people who like to finish their work quickly. With these skills you can find damaged parts faster. Just hover your mouse over the buttons and you will get more information about skills from the pop-ups. Okay? Earning skill points. Wait, where am I looking? Each talent costs 1 skill point. But where are the skill points? Oh, there it is, spare points. To get them, you must do one thing. Play. Every time when you achieve next rank, every time when you achieve the next rank, you will get 1 skill point. Some skills have more than 1 level. To get the best skills, you should focus on one tree and try to max it out. You can of course mix skills from all 3 trees. The decision is yours. Right, so we have to decide on that. I know which one I'd go for. Spending resetting. If you want to buy a skill, you have to hold the left mouse button on it. If you want to reset your skill points, hold the left mouse button on the fingerprint in the bottom right hand corner. But remember, the cost of resetting is not constant. It grows each time you reset your talents. I see. So we should really make a decision earlier and then work from there. Okay, and then you have resume. So these are all the different skills. Fast. Right, so it's disassembly and assembly. Removes glitches from the CCD camera. Soldering upgrade. Tablet printer. One of the future game updates, I'm assuming that's that. Printer upgrade. Instant repair. Electronic discounts. Recycling sets discounts. Negotiator. Sale. Experienced analyst. Lucky day. Perfectionist. Trained eye. Opportunist. Opportunist, there you go, opportunist. Perfect calibration and full analysis. Lovely. Okay, so we can go back to our quest. There's our order. Our objectives: place the lift in the right place, place the rover on the lift, repair the rover, restart the drivers. Alright, let's resume. Prepare for work. Each rover is transported in a special metal container to prevent damage during transport. Your first task in every order is to place this container on the lift. They unpack automatically. Okay. Where is it? Yes, but where is it? Okay, fine. Let's go into the MCU. And we are going for the crane. Hey, look! It's a Linux Penguin. Okay, the CCD camera does have some glitches. There it is. It's on the back of that thing. I see, I see. Okay, so I see what's happening. Can I zoom in? I do not know. I genuinely do not know where I am in 3D space here. There it is. I think I've got it. Can be attached. F doesn't work. Because you have to use tab. Of course. Because I've moved it to tab. I'll now bring this along. I'll gently put it down. And I will detach it. Let's just lift the crane and move it out of place. How do we get out of here? Escape? Escape. Okay, and escape again. There's Snake on here. I want to see Snake. I'm just curious. It is Snake. It is actual Snake. I'm playing Snake. Although, is this... There is a lot of input lag here. Oh, this is going to be difficult due to the input lag. No, it's one of those snakes that you can go through. Why am I playing Snake? Right, I'm going to just die. There we go. Let's go repair a rover. That's the point of this. That is the actual point. Right. How do we repair this rover? It's a tiny little rover. Little baby rover. Alright. We have no idea what any of these components are. Let's pick a component at random. I shall pick this wheel here. Let's start with this wheel. Click to select. Rover repairing. When you click on the vehicle on the lift, you enter the repairing view. During the repairs, you'll be able to use 3 different modes: assembly mode, disassembly mode, and analytics mode. 1, 2, 3 will switch between them, and then you can escape. Right, I know how to do that. This is the only thing I need to know of. White, not analysed. Orange, dirty. Right, okay. So I've got to be careful of the orange. Orange doesn't mean it's bad condition, it's dirty. Okay. That's fine by me. So let's disassemble. Is it disassemble? Yeah, let's that's red. Is that red or is that orange? That's red. That's yellow. 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 Just doing a full check on these. Those are green. Some of this is okay. Some of these components aren't great. How's this front plate? Good. Front plate's good. Okay, so it's this. It's the first one we took a look at. Let's see how much of this we can actually analyze. I'm curious to see what's our analysis of this entire rover. Look, there's a little strut there that we can analyze. Got this bit here. What else is there? Any of these parts? We can analyze the back of this. The main solar array. I'm just going around analyzing everything right now just to see what is and is not available. Can you analyze these little components? No. Okay, so it looks very in depth. It does have a lot, but perhaps some parts are not. Oh no, wait, yep. No, there's all of this. Here we go. All these little bits can be analysed. Those are lasers. There's a black and white camera. What's that? MFX LC assembly. Okay. Cool. There's a few things that we can analyse. What about this? Can we analyse that? No. Okay, well we need to take this off. This is what we need to take off. So, disassembly mode. We shall figure out how to take this all off. I think we need to take this off first. There we go. Then we'll take the wheel cover off. Come on. Oh, actually, we just need to take... That's it. So why did we have to take the wheel cover off in the first place? I do not think we did. No, we might have, because the whole thing comes off as one, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. So you know what? Printing. Now when you have damaged parts, you need to print a new one. We have just unlocked the 3D printer for you. When the printing is done, just attach a new wheel along with the rest missing parts. The rest of the missing parts. Don't forget to take the new wheel from the printer feeder. Well, that's probably a good thing. What I am going to do though is I'm going to... Oh no, you cannot. That's strange. Well, anyway. Here's our 3D printer. You have to select the category. Fine. Parts. Wheel. There you go. I'm assuming it's going to come out here. Well, it's doing something. Still. Let's wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait a little bit longer for it. And we're done. Here we go. One wheel. Exactly as we requested. And let's pop that back on. So, time to assemble. All of them quite easily. And then that front cover. I do not understand why this wheel plug has to... I'm just not sure. But that is... Well, that should be ready. So now what? The rec connector. The last thing you have to do is reset the ECU. Configure... to do it, you have to use the ECU configurator you have seen before. That device connects with a Rover. That device connects with Rovers via a special connector that you have to plug in first. You can plug the connector in only if no parts of the Rover are missing. You can't disassemble the Rover while the connector is in the Rover, so always do it at the very end. If you configure the drivers and disconnect connector, then drivers will restart. If you configure the drivers and disconnect connector, then drivers will restart again and you will have to start again. I do not understand what that means. In order to stick the connector into the Rover, exit the repairing view and press 2 for assembly mode. If everything is fine, you should be able to stick it in without any problems. To disconnect the connector, press 1 for disassembly. Remember, you have to be out of the repairing view. Got it. Okay. There we go. So that's in. So now I need to go over to the ECU and configure. Oh, this is from Spider-Man. Okay. You can reset the Rover's system. I know exactly what this is. Okay. We're looking for a voltage of 8. We have a voltage of 0 currently. We have parts. I'm going to stick parts in that currently we will use. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. I'll just stick the parts in that we are going to use for now. We'll see what we have. Okay, so at this point we have 8. We have 0. We want 8. So what are we going to do? Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives and 3 positives. Our negatives are -2 and -1, although we only have 1 -2 and 4 -1s. So if we were to go to +11, which would be what, the 5, 2 and the 4, that's +11, and then we take down 1, 2, no, that wouldn't be possible. We need to go over 11. Okay, I know what we'll do. Got it. We'll do that there, that there, that there. Then we'll do you there, you there, you there, you there. Done. The maths worked out. Okay, so we've done that. Congratulations, you have just finished your first order. Now the only thing you have to do is go to your tablet, select Finished Order button, and the job is done. We don't recommend finishing orders without repairing the Rover, and for your own sake, this option is blocked in tutorial missions. Okay, fine, good. So I'll go to the tablet, complete order. Yes, I've signed it. Here you can see a summary of the quest you have just completed. In the task box, you can see how many experience points you have gained from each part of the task. That is a bonus experience. Oh, okay. If you complete each step correctly, you will additionally get experience points and resources which you have seen in order description before. Okay, they do need to fix the writing on this. In the damaged parts box, you can see which parts were damaged. You always have to repair all of them to get all rewards. If you do something wrong, the box displays what you've missed. So I repaired the Rover, I restarted the drivers, job done. I repaired the wheel. Wheel. So here's another one. Okay, so this one, the wheel you replaced the last time works just fine, but it seems to have more problems than we previously assumed. Before you solved the wheel issue, the bearing must have sustained damage, which caused it to deteriorate much quicker. Since you already have experience with the Sojourner, could you please take a look at it once again? This time it's paid extra. Ooh, extra payments. Cool. Alright, I'll do that. Restarting orders. It's time for the test. During that order, you have to use everything you have just learned and repair the Rover on your own. Don't worry, if anything goes wrong, you can always restart your order's progress. All you have to do is click the Restart Order button. This operation resets your game to the state from the beginning of the order. Sometimes it might occur necessary to start with a clean slate. be careful, nonetheless, this operation cannot be undone. Alright, so something to be aware of. We can press that button to restart things. We cannot complete the order because we have things to fix. So, we need to repair the rover and restart the drivers as you would. Salvaging resources. If you've got some parts you no longer need, you can destroy them in the crusher. We've just unlocked it for you. When you are destroying parts via crusher, you will get some resources in return. The less a part is damaged, the more resources you will get. That makes sense. So let's go ahead to the crusher. Which one's the crusher? This one's a crusher. And let's throw that in and salvage that. There you go. Okay. That's our rope. Right, we need to do this. We need to pop the... Yes. We need to pop this onto... Yeah, we need to pop this onto the workbench, the lift. How do I go up and down? There you go. Got it. Dropped it. So, I'm sorry, mechanic, I can't let you do that. Okay, fine. What happens if I just leave it there? Oh, it goes up. I was going to say, does it just stay in the middle and can I just jump on it? Perhaps? Goodbye, penguin. Alright, so now we have a bearing issue with this. So I'm going to have to try and figure out where the bearings are. Let's take a look. Where would the bearings be? Back here? That's a little engine. We've got a wheel actuator here. Bogey bearing, there we go. Could be one of these. Let's do some analysis of that. That bearing's okay. How about we've got a bearing cover. What about the rocker itself? That seems okay. Any other bearings to look at? Not sure. Try the other side. That seems okay. I'm just taking a look at everything now. Here we go. There's something here. What's going on here? If I take that cover off, maybe the bearing in there is going to be a bit shoddy. What does it say when I go to the tablet? Minimum part durability 50. Well, that's definitely more than 50. Might not be that. I'm going to try it anyway. Just gonna disassemble this part. I'm just going to see. There you go. What's this? That's a bearing. Yeah, that's a bear. Okay, well, apparently not. Okay. Alright, well, that's fine. I'll leave that part off. Hold on. This wheel actuator at the front's a bit dodgy. Engine's fine. That's a bearing down there. There's a wheel bearing in there. That cover plate's dodgy as well. That cover plate's a bit dodgy. That bearing cover's okay. So maybe the bearing's on a wheel. So in that case, I'll pop this back on, because what I don't want to do, and it's quite important, is I do not want to have components that I do not need to take off sitting around. So let's go ahead and disassemble this front wheel that we did last time. It might be the same thing. I'll take a look though. Go on, and then I want you to take off the wheel. So I know what I want. It's just a matter of trying to find it. Go on, come on. Off you get. There you go. What do we have? Cover plate. Ah, this could be it. Hang on a second. I need to analyse this. There we go. Got it. Perfect. No, do not assemble. Disassemble. Okay, that's gone. That's off. And then it's the bearing itself as well. That's probably completely and utterly shot. Yes, it is. I'll just take the bearing out. Perfect. Okay, and those were the issues. Oops. So let's go ahead and manufacture a new part. Oh, okay. How do I search? Is there a search? There's no search. Oh no, there is. It's at the top. There you go. Bearing. I want bearing cover B, and I want a bearing. There you go. That's going to take a little bit of time. Whilst that's at it, I'm going to... Oh, workbench not available. Well, that's rubbish. I guess I'll just pick that up. Whatever that one was. Wait for the bearing. Come on, bearing. Come on. Let me just check on the tablet whilst I'm at it to ensure that these are correct. Oh, the wheel is completely... Oh no, the wheel hasn't been analysed. I know what I'm doing. Bearing cover, that's it. Replace the bearing and we are good. How long? Anytime now. One day. There we go. Got it. Right. Never run in a workshop, but that's exactly what I'm doing. But never run in a workshop. Believe me, I know from experience. Okay. So, now we're fitting this rover back together. Next should be the cover. There you go. There goes the cover plate. Then the wheel, which we haven't analysed, but we do not need to analyse. And I'll analyse it anyway right now, just for our peace of mind. Just for our peace of mind, let's analyse the wheel. There you go, it's green. I was going to say it should be... How did they manage to ruin 15% of it? I put a brand new wheel on this thing. It's a brand new wheel. How have they managed to ruin it? Well, they haven't really ruined it, but Martian terrain. I can imagine MOT fees are ridiculous on that. Okay, that's that done. Let's go ahead and plug that in. And let's go reconfigure this. Okay. Where are we looking? We are here. Okay. I'll just throw all of these in. And... Ooh. Hang on a second. Could we bypass that? I do not know. We'll find out if that can be bypassed. This certainly cannot. This certainly cannot. This is very Spider-Man. We could potentially bypass this one if required. I'll see, because we could route it down this way if we really wanted to. So essentially that way, like that. Oops. And then that will do whatever we need to do. Okay, that's fine. Before we get it from there out there, we need to have a look at what we require. We require... right, we cannot bypass it. That's told me enough. how do I remove this? Delete middle. What if he didn't have a middle mouse button? Then what? Okay, let's go ahead and work it out. We're looking for, I'm thinking 331. 331. There you go, done. 331 and done. So that should be ready to go, in which case I can go back to the tablet. The rover is complete. I believe that is completed. I hope I got that right. I seem to have got it right. Okay, we now have a new model. We have a spirit. Hold on a minute. I recognise Spirit. Client notes. Now it's time for a bigger toy. You've already got to know the rocker bogey mobility system. You should be the right person to tackle this problem. This time we're going to give you Spirit, which is much more complex. Yeah, however the suspension is the same by and large, so you shouldn't find it difficult. The Rover was privately examined and it looks like its rear engine in a wheel actuator needs to be fixed, though I can't remember which one it was. Okay, so there's an engine issue with this. It looks like a RE25 engine needs to be fixed up. So fine, we should be able to quite easily do that. Should be able to quite easily get that done. Let's go ahead and grab it. Is that closed? Yep, that's closed. Oh look, first aid. Can we use it? We can use it. Oh dear. Oh dear, what have I done? Where's it gone? Can I put the first aid kit back? Oh no. I mean, I could use it to... Oh, who needs first aid? Goodbye, first aid. Achievement unlocked. EHS, I don't care. So, I couldn't put the first aid kit back. And we'll use the crane, and we'll do it all again. That's a lot bigger. That's a lot bigger. Let's grab it and bring Spirit where it needs to be. Perfect. And go away. Alrighty. Bye bye Linux Penguin. Oh, I recognise this rover. I very much recognise this rover. Alright, so there's a small engine problem with Spirit, which is fine. It said one of the rear ones. I'm going to guess... If I were to guess... Right, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go for this one. So, let's analyse some components. It's always good to analyse components. Wheel bearing. That's pretty good. So how do I check the engine on these Spirits? You need to give me an opportunity here. Space jokes. Right. I'm going to analyse all of this anyway. It's not every day you get to analyse Spirit and opportunity. Both relics of the past. I say a relic of the past. Younger than me. Okay, well, I'll take this off. Let's go ahead and disassemble. Oh, so many screws. Why do you do this to me, Spirit? I should have said Spirit and opportunity, but I'm a little bit curious. That would have made more sense. Right. How do I get to the engine on... I'm... Hang on a second. Magnets. But where is the engine on this? Because I do not think the engine's where I... the engine's not where I thought it was. I just realised something. Where are the rear engines on this? This is the rear engine it's after, isn't it? Missing parts, no. Preliminary RE25s. Oh no, they're the smaller engines. The RE20 is the larger one. Your engine could be under there. Let's try. Let's give this a go. Yep, I know. And underneath this there is the engine. That's the engine. Why did I do that? So I'll analyze it anyway. That's at 50, so it's not that one. I feel like replacing both rear engines, if I'm honest, but it could be any of those. And I really want to repair some of this stuff or clean it up as well. So not just replace, but engineers do not always just replace things. They tend to repair things where they can to be economical. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but it's kind of what we do. Okay, the parts you have just removed is very complex. Printing it is not a good idea as it costs a lot and takes a lot of time. This type of Rover parts we call sets. You can use the workbench to take it apart entirely. There you go. That's it. That's what we do. One more thing, remember that you cannot attach incomplete sets to Rovers. Yes, thank you. Okay. They have thought about this. So I'm assuming this is the bad engine. That's the bad engine. Right, durability of a set. You have to choose repairing mode and choose which part. Yep, okay. I understand. Camera at the workbench. Camera works differently. You can move it because you can rotate the entire object. That's fine. Oh, we can't use cleaning. Well, that's just rubbish. Alright, let's take a good look at this. This makes proper sense. What's inside this engine? You can see this is a brushed engine. I think this is a brushed engine. Yeah, brushed engine. I'm assuming I'm going to guess the brushes are a bit busted. That's normal. Mounts are alright. Alright, so it looks like we've got two brushes that are causing problems here and a mount. So we want the RE25 mount and we want two RE25 brushes. That shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, I'm not keen on this camera mode. I'd rather I was able to zoom in. And yeah, I'm going to get an RE25 mount as well. The other mount is alright, so that's what I need to do. What I should probably do at this point is I need to check the other engine as well. Because if I check the other engine and find that there's components on that possibly need replacement, that would be ideal. That really would be ideal. But I'll see. Let's have a look. Right. Open this one up. Da-da-da. Analyze some of this. Now you see, now a lot of those components are okay. The mounts are the mounts and brushes are not great though. So I think I should, right, 4 brushes, 2 mounts. That's my thoughts. 4 brushes, 2 mounts. And then we'll pop Spirit back together. Job done, and then yeah. Alrighty. Let's go over to the printer. RE25. I want 1, 2, 3, 4 brushes, 2 mounts. Queue is full. Oh, that's going to take a while. Okay. It's also going to use a lot of resources. Isn't that rubbish? Let's do this. Let's do the 2 brush 2 mounts, and then go for another 2 brushes 2 mounts. You have to do a proper job when you do these things. Always have to do a proper job. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're just going to sit here whilst this does this. But what's good is that once those 2 are done, I can put one engine together whilst working on the other, or waiting for the other. So I'll just do that. In the meantime, let's go to our warehouse, see what we've got. See, we've got all these components that we're just going to trash. We can pop them into the crusher. Here's the crusher. What are we crushing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh well, apparently we can only crush 5. Tell you what, let's just crush that amount. We'll crush the rest after, just in case we have a problem. There you go. Okay. What are we looking at now? It's doing the engine mount. That's a good thing. I mean, we didn't have to replace the mount, but we did. Right. Let's go ahead and repair this and pop this engine back together. Okay, assembly mode. Stick a new mount on, and both engines are going to have 2 new mounts. New brushes, of course. Surprised that Spirit didn't have brushless motors, actually, to be completely honest. There we go, that's 1 engine back together. Perfect. Escape. What do we have? We have 1 component here. In the meantime, I'll tell you what, we'll put 1 engine back on then. Let's pop that engine back in. Why not? Oh, I think it's just done something. There we go, pop that in, and I suppose we should probably stick the wheel back on as well. Wheels could have done with a little bit of refurb, but we'll see. go, all the way. That's one in, I think. Should be everything. That's that. Come on, hurry up, nice and quick. Don't want to waste time. Wow, that does take a while. Spirit needs to be back out and about. There we go. And I'll grab that. Over here, repair engine R25. Sticking in a new brush there. Perfect. And we'll stick in the new mount. Perfect. Another brush on this side. Close up the motor. There we go. That motor's now closed. And run back over to Spirit and get it on. Then we just have to configure it and we are good to go. It's all back together. We have some resource points, research points, whatever they're called. And nothing much to worry about from there. Come on, Will. There you go. That took a while. This game does look very pretty. Not quite as simulatory as I like, but then a lot of things have that issue. And this is a full-out flight simulator. A lot of things have similar issues. Right, its port should be at the back. There it is. Okay, how's this looking? First of all, we want target voltage of 4. Alrighty, so we're going this way. We're then going this way. We're going to go that way. This is a bit horrible. That way, that way. There you go, and then we'll have a straight piece just there. And we're looking for 4. We have 2, 1, and -2 and -1 available. We could go 2. Oh, we have that. Okay, never mind. I just noticed what we have. We can go +2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. 1. There you go. And that's the entire thing done. So we can just go over to here and we should be able to say complete order. Yes, I do. Congratulations, you're experienced enough to be promoted. Each time you're promoted, you gain skill points. Rank up. I'm now a starman. Whatever that means. But that's been done. I now have opportunity. Ooh. We go to upgrades and take a look, and we can select any of these. Reduces the time it takes to remove parts. Yeah, parts assembly and disassembly is probably one of the biggest things here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that, but I'm also going to end it right there. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Yeah, I'm not going to be messing around with opportunity at this point in time, but I'm going to end it there. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys next time on stream, perhaps in Rover Mechanic Simulator, or perhaps not. I haven't really decided yet. We will have to see overall. I'll see you guys then.